And guys, here is the most beautiful little girl. She's taking care of the nursery, right, Mama? Right? You've been here for a long time, Mama. Every time I come here, you're here. And she happens to be taking care. You see that over there? I'm showing you very quickly. That's my hall. And when I got here, out of the whole entire place, she decided to sit right next to my stuff and take care of it. Right, Mama?
I follow Nelson.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson, you're watching Nature Now, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. I am going to take you on a wonderful journey on all the things I acquired over the weekend at the great Krull-Smith Orchid Festival. It is their fall festival. They do it every year in November, and what's great about their area is that they sit adjacent to certain nurseries that I've seen at the shows, but I've only gone to their facilities. I'm sorry, I've been running around. I'm running out of air. As you can see how much I had to put on the table. There's a lot to show, and my mic doesn't work anymore, so I'm yelling. My neighbors must think I'm like crazy. I think they're used to it, but anyway, I brought a bunch of things back. It was an amazing weekend. It was so magical, whimsical. The new showroom is incredible. The Krull-Smith family was amazing. Frank is amazing. Everybody there, I mean, his staff, he is a blessed man. His staff is so amazing. They run that place like they all own it. It is really something to see, and it just runs smoothly, and you just see flowers come in, flowers go out. People are shopping and they're bringing loads and loads of flowers, so it's like Disney of orchids. So all in all, it was a wonderful weekend. I spent some time with a lot of friends of mine. I spent time with Melissa loves orchid. Well, obviously Teresita decided to go. Oh, it's windy. I hope my voice doesn't get drowned by the wind. Who else? Oh, Darlene. I love Darlene. She flies every year for the symposium. She is a huge collector of Paphiopedilums, and you will see her when I release my next video. Oh, well, no, actually, no. You probably already saw her because the haul is going to come out after the two videos. So anyways, there's a lot to show, so zip it. Let's start with Ecuagenera. Actually, no. I'm going to start with, we'll start with Ecuagenera because I want to work my way to Krull-Smith at the very end because there's a lot to show there. But I'll show Ecuagenera first. I need my eyes. Then I'll show, we had the auction at night. Oh, it looks much better. I can see the screen. They had the auction at night, which is held by Frank Smith and the members of the AOS, other members of the community and orchids were all there, and it's so much fun. And I actually won, like, oh, I have to come back. I left one thing. Very important. But anyways, when I get to it, I'll stop the video and then come back because that is extremely important that I show you. But anyways, let's start with Ecuagenera. It's all here. So I'm going to step down and try to bring it to you guys. I think this is much easier this way. And I'm going to breeze through it. I'm not going to sit there the whole time because the sun is cooking right now. This is a Gongora. I got this actually at Krull-Smith, but Ecuagenera had a booth there, and I wanted to give it a try. My first Gongora, and this one is like yellow with little polka dots. They almost look cranberries, so you know. I was like, it is a definite no-brainer. So I got my first Gongora, and look, she's so pretty, and the spike is so nice. It's just like a bird, you know. Here's the neck, and here's the wings, and bye. All right, I am going to breeze through it. By the way, I will put the inset as always, so that way you guys can see what it looks like. Then I got these very interesting Catasetum, also at the booth, and you guys can see the price. So I'm not going to be redundant. I don't know if it's focused, but there's a name. It's a Catasetum expansum yellow spotted. Another one that looked kind of cranberry and yellow. But look, it has a spike there, and then yet today when I was watering, it has another spike there, and a beautiful, beautiful foliage. Very nice. I was super impressed, by the way, with Ecuagenera. They had amazing stuff. Now, I hopped on over to their nurseries, which, by the way, I met the mom. I can't remember her name now. I'm sorry. What a wonderful lady. What a beautiful lady. I could have talked to her for hours. But anyways, first time I meet her, because I know her kids, she lives in Ecuador 6 months and then works in Apopka 6 months, which is really cool. But anyways, I got this beautiful Dendrobium. I was in my total Dendrobium. This sun is so hot. But I'm sorry, this is the only time I can do it. So I'm sorry if I'm really shiny and red. I could already see it. I'm wearing red. That's smart. So anyway, I got this beautiful Dendrobium because they had one over there open, and they had them on sale. I think I paid $30 for this. And it's so, why am I whispering? I was just yelling a minute ago. Anyway, this is the actual name. I will show you guys an inset if I can find one. I usually use my own photos, guys, but if I can't find one, I try to use one online. I try to use as many as my photos. I have a library of photos, but sometimes, the new stuff I buy, obviously I'm not gonna have a flower. So I try to find something online that's good enough to show you guys an example. But this is a beautiful, beautiful little Dendrobium. And then, since we were on my Dendrobium excursion, I literally bought this, and we don't know what it is. The tag got lost. So I told the mom, I go, you know what? I want to rescue her, because if you don't know the tag, I'll just take her. And then when she opens, I'll send you guys a picture and you can tell me what it is through Instagram. But it's a beautiful cane. Look at that. It's a gorgeous cane, and it has all these spikes. Look, there's more. I think there was another one here. Oh yeah, there was right here. There was one with full of buds, broke it on transportation. It's the only thing that broke. Believe me, I'm not that upset with everything I brought, and the stuff with Terry. My car was loaded. So this was the only casualty, believe it or not, just one. And it still has a bunch of stuff to bloom. Spikes to bloom. I'm rushing this heat. Let me see if I get here. Come on, sun, move that way. All right. This is a Rincon-Lelia Cattleya hybrida. Here's the name. Again, Ecuagenera. Now this was in bloom over there. I got the only one I saw with buds coming out. And I'm gonna put an inset right now. Check that out. Tell me if that is not the most beautiful, beautiful yellow flower you've seen. Melissa loves orchid, and myself, we were both like, we have to have this in our collection. So we ended up, I believe she got one too. I'm not sure, because she was being very, very conservative in her shopping. She was overwhelmed, actually. She didn't know where to look. It happens on the first time. Let me see. I guess this will do, guys. It's a haul. So anyway, I needed some type of aroids in my life. So I wanted some alocasias, and I saw these, and I asked the young, what's his name? Jose, was it? I'm sorry. I'm forgetting everybody's name. Well, it took me, believe it or not, like 6 months to learn the staff at Krull-Smith. The guys would always forget and name them other things, but I get it. I promise, I get it. So these here get really, really big. These right here, these leaves get massive. And when he told me that I can plant them on my trees, I was like, I'll take 2, please. And they're only $5, and that's the name. I'm trying to see if it's, oh, there we go. There we go. So they had a lot of sales. It was amazing. They had like these tables. Well, I'm sure you saw it already on the video. They had, if you guys haven't seen the video, go back, because I plan to release this video right after the other two. Here, let me try it like this. it's a little better. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Ooh, it's so white that the sun is just blowing it out. White leaves. I fell in love with this. And this is a Syngonium. Let me get on this side. Syngonium variegated posh. Look, it's kind of rubbed out. I'll try to figure it out and edit it in there. And this was $10. Can you guys believe that? $10. I remember during the pandemic, something like this was like 80 bucks. Crazy. Especially, you know, if they have more than one leaf, because they would sell it to you like if it was like one leaf. Now, this was the only non-dendrobium that I bought at. It's on its way out now. A lot of these orchids, God bless them all, they went through the ringer. They were there for 3 days. I wouldn't pick them up because, you know, I couldn't walk around with them while I was filming. There was some wind, it was cold, and it got hot. Then I put them in the car. It was just so many things that, you know, I'm surprised a lot of them are still blooming. But this was gorgeous. And the fragrance on this is ridiculous. Oh my God, I want to shove it up my nose and just have it in there all day. That doesn't sound very pretty, but I got to tell you that the fragrance on this is beautiful. It really is amazing. It was like when I smelled it, I'm like, I am taking this with me. This is mine. And this was on the sale rack. I think I paid $20 for this. And it's a Cattleya Amazon. Very, very pretty. All right. Now, let's go to the next one, which is at night at Krull-Smith on Saturdays. Oh my God, it's really, really hot. Let me get behind here before I toast. On Saturdays, they do an auction, right? And this gentleman called Alan does the whole auctioneer, and he's the auctioneer, and it's so much fun. And we made it a hoot. We were like competing. I got into like my game face. I don't know what happened to me, but I was like really aggressive, and it made it even that much funnier until Martha from One More Orchid. If you guys watch Just One More Orchid, Martha, the little girl, Natalia's little girl, she was bidding against me, and I didn't know. And so when I looked, I was fighting this person, and when I looked, she poked her face out, and I'm like, she can have it. I'm like, Natalia, well played. Well played. But anyway, this one here, I did win. This one's from Florida Orchid House. They donated this, and I actually won this. I'm being called for food. Lewis is making pizza in our oven. So you know what? Right now that takes priority because I'm really hungry. And you know what? It'll give it time for the sun to move away. So I'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, guys, and through the wonders of editing, I'm back, and it's actually like 2 hours later, which is perfect because the sun now it's on that side. It's right above from my plastic corrugated roofing, so it has a nice lighting coming in, and I'm not burning. So as I was saying, this beautiful Paphiopedilum I got from from the auction Frank Smith auction that he does on Saturday nights during the fall festival. He invites AOS members, some of the judges, and the vendors. It's just one happy family. Everybody's having a great time. And as I said, I actually had a great time bidding on a lot of things. And this was one of the ones that I won. I keep doing this because the sun's hitting it from behind, so it's washing it out. But look at what a beautiful flower. It has little dots in there. I don't know if you can see them. Let me see. There they go. See them? Like little eyes. But it was a beautiful, beautiful path. I won it at $70. There's like $100 path. And that's the name. And I was so happy when I got this because I actually like 3 different flowers. And I was like, well, any of these 3 I will like. And lo and behold, I won all 3. I was on a roll that night. I won this beautiful Catasetum. Now, what happens at these auctions is, especially Alan. Now, Alan, I'm going to show you guys. I'm in love with his business card, so I brought it. This is the name of his company. And I loved his business card. I was like, this is awesome. He has great stuff, great orchids. But he is the auctioneer at Krull-Smith auction every year. and he makes it a lot of fun. So what happened was that I got into it, and then everybody was trying to like over bid the other person. So I was just doing it on principle at that point. I didn't care whether I was overpaying or not. It was just, I got caught in the whole moment, and I won this beauty. Look at that. And she smells so delicious. Let me see. Right now she has no fragrance because it's already like 2 o'clock, but that's the name. And I was so happy. I think this was also from Florida Orchid House. Now, if it's not, guys, I'm really sorry. I just saw it at her booth, so I assume that this was also from hers. And what I love is this variegated edging on the leaf. Look how beautiful that looks. And then the leaf itself, the foliage is just so healthy. It's all around beautiful, beautiful orchid. And I paid for this one, I think it was $45. I think it's worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what you give it worth, right? Hold on. Looking for the other one. Which one else did I? Oh, here. It's right in front of me. Okay. This was another one I won at the auction. Let me see, because these are really tiny, but look at that, how cute. It's a little hard to show, and they are a little beat up already because, like I said, they went through a lot of different environmental changes. But this is a name. Wait. Oh, okay. In the back it gives you the cross here. Here. Now I don't know who donated this. I wish I knew. Maybe it was Tan from Springwater. I don't know. I know that all the vendors usually give something for the auction, so you get different kinds of plants and not just orchids, but plants as well. All right, let me see. What else do I have here? Because I don't want to, since I had to stop and start again, I'm kind of forgetting, certain things, and I don't want to forget anything. Now, see, that's why I had to come back here. This right here was not an orchid per se, but I gotta tell you, that is the most beautiful art piece. And I won this at the auction, and you guys at my vendor video, that's the artist. He is so talented. I interviewed him briefly at the vendor video from Krull-Smith, and I actually like this one a lot. And when I saw that they were auctioning it off, I killed for it. I really wanted this. And Terry won the Ghost Orchid. So each one of us owns now one of these. And if you want to go see his work, go to his website. I don't know if you can see it there. Right there. It is amazing. He does things that I don't see people doing anymore, like the Audubon kind of type of illustration. He's doing that. He's a young fella, so it's great to see that young people are getting involved in such a vintage type of illustration, which is beautiful, and doing it by hand and not a computer. Now, I don't have anything against computer art. That's what I do. I love computer art, but the fact that he's taking it back old school, I love that. All right, so we're done with the auction. Now, on Thursday, I went to actually went to go film the showroom, but it wasn't ready till later that afternoon, so I figured let me just walk around, see the people putting up the tents, the vendors, and talk to them. And I didn't want to be too much in their way, but I wanted to just to see what they had. And I got on Thursday I got two things. Actually, no, I had several things. And one of the things that really I loved, there was only 4 of these. Oh, please don't start today. I've had a lot of challenges. It's this variegated bird's nest. That's the name. Is that not beautiful? They only had 4 of these. And so on Thursday, I saw Jake, one of the guys, the staff from Krull-Smith staff, with 2 of these in his hands. And as he was walking towards me, I'm like, what's that? And he goes, there's only 2 more. And I ran over there, and the girls over at It's Tropical Exotique is how they write it, but it's Tropical Exotics. And I think it's from Thailand. They had great stuff for really good prices. I paid $20 for something like this. I don't see these often. Isn't this awesome, guys? Look at the pattern on that. Beautiful. I know who's liking this right now. My friend Juliana. I made a new friend over at Krull-Smith. I made a lot of friends. I saw so many of you guys. I have never seen, well, Friday I didn't film at all because it was one person after another, and I figured, you know what? I'll film some other time. Let's just have fun. And we did. We had a great time. All right, let me see what else. So that was one of the first things I bought. Then I went to Florida Orchid House. I'll be right there. Hold on. Oh, that's not it. Because these are all mounted. I got into my Dendrobium craze, and this drove me insane. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And you know what? Because it was over there for so long, and it's on a mount, all the flowers had drooped like this, like completely. And I said, oh, it's not going to show for the haul. So I watered it last night when I got home, and I watered it again this morning, and look, it's propping right back up. They're perfectly fine. It just needed water. They were dehydrated. But what a gorgeous Dendrobium. Now this Dendrobium, I don't have, oh no, I do have the name. The other ones is the ones I don't have the name. I'm gonna have to get them from Tan. But my friend T at Florida Orchid House had tagged it, and that's the one. She told me this is a beauty. And as a matter of fact, when I got it, I told her, you know, just leave it in your booth. It's only Thursday. I paid her for it on Thursday, and I said, just leave it through the weekend because it really is a beautiful flower and it should be out there for people to see. Well, it caused a craze, and she had to put, oops, sorry. Sorry, this is not a tripod today. Everybody wanted this one, and she told me, my God, everybody keeps asking me for that one, and I have to keep telling them it's sold. So I'm like, that's when you know you bought something really nice, when it catches in. And this weekend for me was one of those weekends. My eye was pretty sharp on the things that I wanted, because a lot of them people were like, oh my God, where did you get that? So I'll show you more of that. Was, my God, let me put you here. I have a plant there that the plant is bigger than the pot, so it keeps toppling over. This one was from my buddy Tan at Springwater. He gave me a deal I couldn't resist. There was 3 beautiful Dendrobiums that he had, and I wanted all 3, but I didn't know which one I wanted to take. And so he goes, I'll give them all 3 for $100. And I was like, sold. And this was also on Thursday. They were putting it up. He only had a couple of Dendrobiums, but look at that, how beautiful. The one thing I wish he would have had was the tags. Oh no, I'm sorry, Tan. So sorry, Tan. I didn't see the tag when I was putting them up. Then again, I was tired from the whole weekend yesterday. So this was one of them. Beautiful piece. And then the other one, this is another one from Tan. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? And this one is a blue twinkle. There we go. Which I believe I may have, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I have it on my gimbal, which I do like because it serves well as a tripod. So anyways, I think I have this one too. Let me see. This cross with Stratioles. I can never say that. It's so difficult. So I think I have this one because it was a gift. I'll tell you in a few. But look at that, how beautiful. I'm loving the twinkles now. So yes, I pretty much wiped my buddy Tom from his Dendrobiums. And Terry was a little bit, she was like, you took everything. You took all the Dendrobiums. But there were many, but what they had was really nice. Now, this is the one I was talking about. Oh, let me just show you the third one that I bought. This was the very first one that I saw that I fell in love with. Now, I've been wanting one of these so bad. Hold on. Okay. Look at that flower, how pretty. I took her, she was the only one, her and the variegated nest fern were the two that I took with me to the hotel room. And in the bathroom, I put when I shower with hot water sometimes. And so she just popped right back up because I was afraid she would get with the cold and the dryness and all that. They're very delicate. And look, she looks beautiful. So this and the other two that I just showed you was $100. Look at that. What a pretty flower. I don't know if they're fragrant. I didn't smell anything. But it's a gorgeous little flower. So anyways, let me show you some of the gifts. And this is from Alan. I think Alan's in California, right? Let me see. Yeah, he's in California. So he gave me this. He gave it to Terry and he goes, I want you to give this to Nelson because I want to... Oh no, this is it. Thank God. I didn't want to have a double. I want to have two different ones. To Siku, Twinkle. And he was so kind. He surprised me by giving Terry one of these. These are valued at $30 in case you guys are interested in ordering one. They're beautiful. I will try to put a photo on here. It's a beautiful dendrobium, tiny little dendrobium, kind of bluish, orchid blue. And he saw that I liked it and he told Terry, he did such a nice job showing the showroom and helping, the vendors and everyone out with the videos, that as a token of appreciation, he wanted to gift me this. And look what a beautiful little plant. So Alan, thank you. I really love it. And as you can see, I already put her in a really nice terracotta pot. So then, funny story. I was bidding so much on that Catasetum that T from Florida Orchid House, she saw that I overpaid a little bit in the auction. So she goes, no, I want to give you a gift. And she felt bad because I overpaid. I go, no, I had fun doing that. Don't worry about it. So she just wanted to give me a gift. So I guess she used that as an excuse. But look at how pretty. Do you guys know what this is? And it's got a beautiful spike starting to come out here. She told me, I want you to go in my booth and just pick one thing. Anything that you want in there is yours. And I'm like, anything? And I go, you sure you want to do that? And she goes, anything. But of course, I'm going to be conservative. I wouldn't abuse that. She has some incredible stuff in there. But anyways, this is what we call the Worshowicii, but this is a hybrid. The Sinokis Worshowicii, because it's actually more a Dutch name. Well, I'm assuming is Dutch because the W is usually pronounced like a V. So Worshowicii. And this one smells like banana. And she had a couple that were open. And she was the one that goes, just take the ones with spike. So that way, because those flowers may not last long. They were already kind of wilting a little bit. So she helped me pick this out. Look how great this is. And I've been wanting this so bad. Now this hybrid is stronger. It gives you more flowers, a more cluster of flowers. Not as big as a straight species, but pretty much a good size. And they smell so good. They smell like banana cake. Banana bread, actually. So thank you, T, for my gift. You are such a sweet girl. Thank you. And they were speaking in Vietnamese, and apparently I speak Vietnamese now. I was repeating what they were saying and I was shocking them. I don't know if they were trying to be kind, but they actually looked shocked. They kept on saying, you have no accent in Vietnamese. Then she said, you are Vietnamese and you don't know. I go, I don't know. I'm just repeating what you're saying. And she says that the way that I flow the words is exactly like a native. So who knows? Maybe I should take Vietnamese. That would be awesome. So I think I'm done with the gifts. Yeah, I am. So let's start with Krull-Smith. This was awesome. They had so many great things. I was so happy, which by the way, I have to give a shout out to Marie. Marie from at Krull-Smith, she has been working with Krull-Smith for many, many, many years. And it just so happens, full circle, I'm gonna put a picture right there. I had just come into the new showroom and I hear her voice and I turn and I see her and I go, I know you. She was a lady I bought my orchids years and years ago, which is my queen, for you that have been following me, my queen Dendrobium, that won second place at a show, at the Redland show. She has been working with Krull-Smith for, I think she told me over 30 years. She's been friends with Frank Smith for many years. And now it all comes together why her orchids were so beautiful. She buys orchids, well, she cultivates and buys orchids there, but she also grows her own. But either way, now I see why the quality. And so I told her, we've come full circle. She was so happy to see me. So anyways, Marie, a big hello to you. All right, let's start with this one because this one caused a crazy sensation. I don't know how this one went by people, but this flower became the talk of the showroom. I'm gonna show you what they had to put. Let me see if I find it. After I put it away, people were going in the little room. People were going in the little room and we had to put that in there because everyone kept on saying, is this for sale? Is this for sale? Look at these flowers, guys. The film does not give it justice. It has and like I said, they're weather beaten, but it has a fluorescent violet ring around that glows in the back. You can't really see it on film. It's so sad, but this flower caused a lot of sensation. And there was different ones over there, but this is the only one that was like that. I'm gonna try to see if I can show you the name. It's really, really difficult because it's really deep. Oh, wait. Look at that. They added another tag. Perfect. Because when it digs in there, it's gone forever. You like it? I approve. The birds are talking. So anyways, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful compacted Vanda. That was one of my biggest highlights when I caught it. I'm like, nobody saw this? And it was right there in front of everybody. I'm like, all right. Now, let me go here. All right, this one here, a very, very special story. Let me grab this here because I'm going to need this in order to explain the whole situation. This has been very awkward, this back and forth, because I thought I was going to have Terry here today. She was going to be here and I was going to be back there, but she had to go. This flower, look at that perfection of flower. That is perfection, isn't it? In every way. Look at the patterns on that, the petals. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flower. Now, when I picked this up and separate in the back, by the way, here's the name. And I love the name, by the way, Miss Wonderful. Cattleya, Miss Wonderful. Now, when I saw this gorgeous Cattleya, it was the weirdest thing. At first, we had featured it, Julian and I, when we were showing the showroom. And the following day, later in the afternoon on Friday, it was still there. No one picked it up. And I'm thinking, this is still here. And then Terry had picked one right next to it that looks similar. And she goes, if I'm taking this one, you got to take another one. I don't know. She was making herself feel better if I took another one. So I said, okay, I'll take this one. This is like a beautiful flower. But when we really started looking at it, Julian was the one that pointed out, this is probably an award-winning flower. Maybe you should enter it as your own. And then, you know, you can name them once they win an award, you can add your own name to it. So I was going to call it Hope's Dream, which is my mother's name is Hope, or Esperanza. So what do you guys think? If I name a flower, what would you think would sound better, Esperanza or Hope? Because I like Esperanza. It's very Latin. Perfect for a flower. But I don't know. You guys tell me. That would be a perfect poll to take from other orchid collectors. So anyways, I entered her, but unfortunately there were certain minor, and when I tell you minor, the AOS scrutinizes every little detail, everything, and they have to, because there's other things that have been turned in the past, so they have to compare it with that award-winning flower. So it did have a little bit of damage and a couple of things, and also some curled up, you know, I asked some of the boys, what do you think it could have been? And they said, you know, give it another maybe year or two and enter it again. So here was my entry to the AOS judging, which, by the way, I want to personally thank the judges that fly over to Krull-Smith, because they really do make it extra special, and it's such a privilege to have them over there, you know, because these are people that have been around doing orchids and knowing orchids way more than I have, and so their knowledge is like far beyond what I can comprehend. And so it's a privilege for me to even be there and to know that they have been welcome to come to this event. So here's what they said. When you turn in an orchid, it either wins something or it's passed. So they say passed, right? It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just that it's not ready for an award. So nice color patterning, slight damage, color discrepancies, and also it only has 2 flowers, which I totally get. Sometimes they do award with even just 1 flower, but it has to be so spectacular. But it would have added more if there was more flowers, and I agree to that. It says 2 flowers, and then it says previous awards received, none. But then on the very bottom they go, but we think it has potential. So that is enough for me to say this is a very special flower. So thank you guys at the AOS. This is very, very nice. I love the fact that you guys put these comments down and that we can read them, because this is how we learn. And to tell you the truth, like I always say, just the fact that I had that experience, for me, I already won. Because it's things that I've never done before. 3 years ago, I would have never thought I would be doing this. So this is already winning. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This was awesome. All right, now, let me see. I look like a crazy man. Like the Muppets. Ah! Oh my God, I'm getting delirious. I just had coffee, that's what it is. I told Louis, make coffee so I can get into this, because I sat down waiting for the phone to, I wanted to get a little bit of rest to charge. And I was like watching renovation shows, and I started getting lazy, and I go, no, I gotta finish this. So anyways, this is also, like I said, from Krull-Smith. This was another one of the mini vandas they had. And of all the ones they had there, this one just stuck out. It really, really stuck out. Even when I put it aside, Julian pulled it up. He goes, this is a really good one. He goes, you picked out a really good one. And I told him, I go, it was easy. As soon as I saw it, it was like, just sticking out of the whole crowd. And this one is, I don't think these have tags. Yeah, these are mini vandas. I could probably ask Julian, and maybe he'll tell me what the cross is. But I'll edit it in like I usually do. This one was just spectacular. And yes, Kelly, you are gasping right now. My friend Kelly in Hawaii from Orchids in Paradise, she loves these type of Cattleyas. I'm sure she's like, what is that? Excuse me. See how I'm gasping? Look how pretty that is. Just a beautiful all-around flower. Those little lines right there, I'm here for those lines. That's really, really nice. And these are what they call RLC, Rhyncholalia Cattleya. Oh, let me see. Toshi Aoki, crossed with Isma XL. is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful cross. And there was 2 of them, and guess who got the second one? You got it, Miss Teresita. It's just a perfect flower. I love it. And the fragrance, no more fragrance now, but this morning, it had the sweetest floral fragrance. I was like talking to it and saying, you are just my favorite little girl. Of course, I say that to all of them. Now this one, funny story. This is what they call Bulbophyllum Rothschildianum. Am I saying that correctly? Getting tired. Yeah. Bulbophyllum Rothschildianum. And I was like, if you look back at the video of the show of the you can do this, Nelson, you can do it, come on, you got this. The showroom at Krull-Smith, they had a bunch of these, but this is what happens when they have too many. You don't know which one to pick. You go into this whole thing of like, I gotta get the best one. You know, I have to come up with an acronym like FOMO, fear of missing out. There has to be one of fear of picking the least best or something like that. So I had Julian help me. I said, you have a better eye on this. Could you help me? He goes, this one's really good. He explained they're wider, they're rounder, stripes are more pronounced. It's just an all-around beautiful Bulbophyllum. And you know what? It's not stinky at all. These aren't stinky kinds. But look how pretty. Now, funny thing about this is, I already own it. This is my second one, and it's in bloom. I went back there and I go, ooh, what are you? And I go, Bulbophyllum Rothschildianum. And I'm like, isn't that what I just bought? So now I have 2 of them. It's okay. It's one of my top favorites, so I don't mind. And by the way, this weekend we ate, I was so bad. I had lost weight, and I think I gained it all back. I ate more bread than I've ever eaten in my life before. The food over there is great. We had pizza, we had pulled pork sandwiches, we had, what else did we have? Forgot. We had a lot of things. Oh, a lot of sweets too. So this was sort of something extra I just wanted to pack in there. I'm looking around because I always forget stuff, but I think I did it pretty good this time. This one is a gorgeous, gorgeous Rinkin stylus. Hold on there. There you go. And the colors on these flowers, like I said, this one's now starting to spike. So I don't have an actual flower, but I will put it in there if I find it. I'm sure the guys over there at Krull-Smith have a photo or something. I'll try to get one. I'm going a little fast because I don't want it to go over an hour. I've been putting a lot of 1-hour shows, but there's been so much content. This was one that they sent to be awarded, and I think it got an award. I think it just got awarded, or maybe it didn't. I don't know. I know that Julian was telling me that one's going to be awarded. He goes, you can have anything on this table, you know, take anything that you like here except for that one. And I was like, but that flower's so beautiful. So I'm going to put it right there on the screen. And he told me, well, we have a couple. I think he had like 5 or 6, I think. I'm not sure. Because there's a lot of info this week. This weekend. There was so much. I don't know. I remembered a lot of things. This was only $35, guys. The flower on this, look, it's already about to start opening. It's just, again, I'll put the photo in there. It's just one of those appealing flowers that from far away, it just catches your eye. Now, this here was the last thing, and I'm bringing the whole tray, and I'll explain why. These are the most incredible small Cattleyas that I've seen. I did videotape. I'm going to show you guys what it looked like. I took 8 of these, and I'm going to do them in one of my cones. You know those cones that I create my chandeliers? Well, I'm going to create it with this. I'm going to put the inset now. Tell me what you think about that. Look at the intensity. The intensity of that red is just out of this world. It's a beautiful flower. It just has so much impact. And that one that you see there in the video, it's one of those that they chose to put at the judging. So I ended up taking 8 of the clones of that one, I believe it is. I don't think they're clones, or maybe seedlings, I'm not sure. But either way, I needed them because I was looking for a small, compact Cattleya to use for that one, and that was it. Krull-Smith to the rescue. My last one was a Krull-Smith idea, was a Annabelle. The Annabelle Cattleya is doing great. So I have one last thing to show you guys, and it was very special. I opened it when I got here because it was very well wrapped, and she told me, be very careful. I made this with my own hands for you. Roxana Terra. I'm saying it in Portuguese. It's Roxana Terra if in English. And she makes things. I didn't know she makes clay. She's a collector of orchids, but she makes clay pottery. And look at this sconce. How gorgeous. Look at these leaves. I am so in love with this. So Roxana, thank you so much. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna try to see if I can put it, because my walls here are concrete, but I'm gonna try to put it there somewhere. And I may put like something that drapes down. Not sure yet. I don't think I'm gonna put an orchid in here. I think I'm gonna put something like a Hoya or something to drape down. If you guys have any suggestions, please in the comments. So Roxana, this was a wonderful, wonderful gift. The fact that you made it with your hands, it is so, so precious. Thank you so much. This is really, really a beautiful gift. And we took pictures over there. We had a great time. So I think we're done. We did it. We finished. Oh, by the way, shout out to Alice Walker over at the Flamingo Orchid Society. They hold their meetings at the Flamingo Park down here, and I think it's in Davie. I think she gave me, hold on, I have the card right here. Oh, yeah, in Davie. So, by the way, if you guys are interested, since I already have the card, they're having a show in March of 2024. Maybe you want, it's an Orchid and Bromeliad show. And so, and it's presented by our own Channel 6. And Miss Alice Walker, she is in the Flamingo Garden Orchid Society, and it was so, so, so awesome speaking to her and meeting her. And she actually invited me to possibly do a talk at her society, which I said I would love to do that. Just, we would have to like talk about it and see which would be the best time for that. But super excited about that as well. So Alice, shout out to you. I can't wait to see you guys again. I can't wait to go to the park again. That park is gorgeous. What else am I not forgetting? I may be forgetting. Woo, this has been a speed video. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it right here. I think we got it all. So anyways, again, to all the peeps in Apopka that were so hospitable to me, to Teresita, to all my YouTuber friends that I took with me, Melissa, Roxy, who else went over there? Well, Vicky likes went over, Blue Jay Orchids. I mean, we're all there, and you know, we just had, it's one big happy family, and it keeps growing and growing every year. So thanks to all those guys for making this possible. You guys gave us an amazing weekend. They worked their butts off, and you know what? They always had a smile on their face. Not one person did I see with a bad attitude. So kudos to you guys. That's not easy to do. So anyways, guys, I am Nelson. You've been watching Nature Now, and remember to always, always keep it green. See you next time.